Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0979, indicates a problem specifically related to the Shift Solenoid Valve C in the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. This code is triggered by an electrical circuit problem, which means it points to issues in wiring or connections, rather than mechanical failures within the transmission itself. The Shift Solenoid Valve C plays a crucial role in controlling the transmission's shifting process, enabling smooth transitions between gears. When this DTC is present, the fail-safe function is activated, preventing the vehicle from shifting into second or fifth gear. To initiate effective troubleshooting, it's critical to review all the freeze-frame data recorded by the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This data can provide essential insights into the vehicle's operational state at the time the error was recorded, helping to streamline the diagnosis and repair process. After completing all necessary repairs for DTC P0979, it's essential to conduct a thorough final repair verification process to ensure all issues have been addressed. First, use the HDS to verify that the DTC has been successfully cleared from the vehicle system. Following this, a drive test should be executed to ensure that the transmission is shifting properly and consistently without any indication of issues. During this test, be on the lookout for any strange noises, irregular shifts, or other abnormal behavior from the transmission. After the drive test, recheck the system for any new diagnostic trouble codes that may have appeared. This verification process is critical to confirm that the issue has been fully resolved and that the vehicle is operating efficiently and safely. To prevent the recurrence of DTC P0979, it is vital to implement preventative maintenance measures focused on the electrical components associated with the Shift Solenoid Valve C. Regular inspections of the vehicle's wiring can help identify potential damage or wear before it becomes a more significant issue. Ensure that all electrical connections remain clean and tightly secured to minimize the risk of electrical faults. It is also advisable to use quality OEM parts during any repairs or replacements to guarantee compatibility and reliability. Maintaining good practices can significantly enhance the longevity of the components and keep the transmission operating smoothly. By incorporating these simple yet effective maintenance steps into your routine, you help extend the life of the transmission and its components. In summary, DTC P0979 signifies a crucial electrical issue connected to the Shift Solenoid Valve C in the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. Recognizing the symptoms, such as the inability to shift gears and the illumination of the check engine light, are important indicators of a potential issue that warrants immediate attention. A thorough troubleshooting process involving both electrical checks and verification can help resolve the issue effectively. Focusing on preventive maintenance can help you avoid future recurrences of this DTC. Always consult the Honda Diagnostic System for accurate troubleshooting procedures and follow through with repairs diligently to ensure proper operation of the vehicle's transmission. The error described by DTC P0979 pertains to the Shift Solenoid Valve C, which is integral to the Honda Accord's automatic transmission operation. This solenoid is responsible for directing the flow of transmission fluid, enabling the transmission to shift correctly between gears. The electrical fault may arise from issues like damaged wiring or poor connections, as the code indicates a circuit problem rather than mechanical failure. The solenoid is located within the transmission assembly, generally connected to the transmission control module and other solenoids, thereby giving it a direct role in gear shifting. If the driver encounters this DTC, it indicates that the solenoid is functioning improperly and likely needs examination or replacement. The activation of the fail-safe function prevents the car from shifting into higher gears, thereby maintaining limited functionality until the issue is resolved. The causes of DTC P0979 can be narrowed down to several electrical issues within the vehicle's system. First, there may be problems within the electrical circuit that controls the Shift Solenoid Valve C. This can arise from a variety of issues, including damaged wiring that may be frayed or shorted out. Additionally, poor connections or loose terminals between the solenoid and the powertrain control module, PCM, could be leading to erratic functionality or loss of communication. Mechanically induced failures are not a concern here, making it essential to focus on the electrical aspects of the system. Understanding these potential causes is key to implementing an effective troubleshooting process. In the end, isolating these electrical issues will likely lead you to the root cause of the DTC. When DTC P0979 is present, drivers may observe specific symptoms that indicate an underlying issue. One of the most immediate symptoms is that the transmission fails to shift into second or fifth gear due to the fail-safe mode being activated. This mode is a protective measure that limits the vehicle's functionality to prevent further damage. Additionally, the check engine light will illuminate on the dashboard, alerting the driver to a problem within the vehicle's system, requiring attention. These symptoms can lead to compromised drivability and, in some cases, excessive strain on the transmission components. Recognizing these early warning signs can save the driver from more severe mechanical failures and costly repairs. Thus, immediate attention to these symptoms is vital for maintaining the vehicle's health. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0979, begin by pressing the engine start-stop button to select the on mode. This step powers up the vehicle's onboard systems without starting the engine. Once in on mode, utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTC. This action clears previous error codes from the PCM, allowing for a fresh diagnostic assessment. After clearing, start the engine in the Park P position and wait for at least 1 second. Next, check the DTC status again using the HDS to verify if the P0979 appears as a confirmed or pending code. If the code is confirmed, proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. If the DTC does not appear, this might indicate an intermittent error, and it is advisable to inspect for poor connections or loose terminals between the solenoid and the PCM. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P0979 requires you to press the engine start-stop button to turn the vehicle off. Once powered down, check fuse number B8, which is a 10-amp fuse located in the under-dash fuse relay box. This fuse plays a critical role in the electrical circuit related to the Shift Solenoid Valve C. If the fuse is intact, you can proceed to the next troubleshooting step. However, if the fuse shows signs of damage or is blown, it will need to be replaced with a new 10-amp fuse. Upon replacement, it's crucial to recheck the system for further issues. If the new fuse blows again, it indicates a short to body ground in the circuit that would require further investigation to locate and repair. In this step, you are required to jump the SCS line using the HDS, which will allow for specific system checks to be performed. Next, disconnect the PCM connector A, specifically the 51P connector. After disconnecting, press the engine start-stop button to turn the vehicle to on mode again. With the vehicle now in on mode and the PCM disconnected, measure the voltage between the designated test points. The first test point is at PCM connector A, 51P, number 1, which is a light blue wire. The second test point should be the vehicle's body ground. If battery voltage is present at this junction, it indicates the IG1 mis-sol wire is functioning properly. However, if there is no voltage, it indicates an open line that needs repair between this wire and the number B8 fuse in the under-dash fuse relay box. For the fourth troubleshooting step, begin by pressing the engine start-stop button to turn the vehicle off before reconnecting the PCM connector A. Once reconnected, disconnect the connector for Shift Solenoid Valve C, which is typically labeled as 2P. After you have successfully disconnected this solenoid, press the engine start-stop button to select the on mode once again. Similar to previous steps, clear the DTC with the HDS tool to reset any error codes. After this action, start the engine while keeping it in Park P mode and monitor the DTC status once more. If P0979 is indicated, it implies that the Shift Solenoid Valve C is functioning correctly. Conversely, if the DTC reappears, this would suggest that the valve needs to be replaced. In the final step of troubleshooting DTC P0979, you will again turn off the engine using the start-stop button and proceed to jump the SCS line with the HDS. Next, disconnect PCM connector B, again the 51P connector, from the PCM. Once disconnected, ensure the Shift Solenoid Valve C 2P connector is also disconnected for proper testing. At this juncture, you will need to check for continuity between specific test points using a multimeter. Test point 1 is at the PCM connector B 51P number 3, which is a green wire, while test point 2 is the body ground. If continuity exists, this indicates a fault or short in the SHC wire needing repair. If there is no continuity observed, it signifies that the SHC wire is functioning properly, but suggests that the PCM itself may require replacement. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.